My microphone equalizer was disabled for the first half of this video. I'm so sorry. Oh, no, no, no. No, 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 no. No, no, no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Ah. No, 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 no. No, no, no. No, no, no. No, 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 no. Oh no 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 oh no 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 oh no oh no 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 oh no no oh no oh 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 oh. The day is finally here. Structures Plus has updated for the first time since August 6th, 2018. We finally have an update for Extinction. Oh my god. Yo, what's going on, everybody? My name is PeteZahHutt Brandon, and oh my god, can you believe this? I can't honestly believe it. Welcome to an update video for ARK, and honestly, this has now become one of the most exciting episodes in the entire series. For those that have no idea what I'm talking about, how on earth do you not know what I'm talking about? S Plus, Structures Plus, the biggest and best mod that we've been using forever, has not had a single update to Extinction, or even any update for that matter. I mean, you saw the intro, since August 6th. The whole time I've been playing this series on Extinction with everybody, this mod that changes the game so drastically has not been touched once. So everything that you think should be better wasn't yet. But now we finally have one. It came out yesterday while I was doing Sub Sauce Day on Twitch. And by the way, thank you to everybody who came out to that. It was one of the best days I've had in a long time, and I could not have been more appreciative. But today is about this, and you are not going to catch me doing anything else but dedicating an entire beginning of the video to reading everything. So we're going to get into it right here, right now. But first, I need some water. Before we continue on with this, I do have to dull it down a little bit on the excitement and give a good thank you to the creator of S+. This guy has been doing this thing for so long, and he's made such an impact not only on my series, but so many people. And the reason, or the big reason why he hasn't updated from August until now is because he had some family troubles that happened around the latter end of 2018. It took some time off the beginning of this year, and for all we know, according to him, this might be the last update that he ever makes to this mod. So this has a big weight to it, more than just being another content update. This is a big deal for everyone that's a supporter of this mod, and also for him. So I can't even begin to understand the feelings that you've been going through in the last 7 or 8 months or so. But we thank you very much for this mod, and I could not be more excited to jump into these patch notes right now. So again, thank you, and to all my viewers, if you are watching this somehow, we all appreciate the work that you do. I know we do. Without further ado, pop this shit into 1440p. Now I'm gonna go ahead and save you guys a little bit here, okay? I made this video a little while ago, and this was originally 27 minutes long because I read through every single inch of this update. And that's not saying that it shouldn't be read through entirely. You guys can feel free to read it yourselves. But I don't need to speak the whole thing, okay? I'm just gonna run you down the most important parts for my series and me personally. So let's get into that. There's now a tech leash variant of the leash, so it gets rid of the red barrier around it, which is really nice. Taxidermy bases now have an S+. They're small, medium, and large, and they can snap to floor, ceilings, and roofs. You can remove the base itself with like the greenery and the dirt. You can remove that entire thing. You can change the rotation after placement, and you can also hide the support pole and adjust the scale of whatever creature you have on there. So if we have like a Titan, I believe you can make it even bigger now, hopefully, but that's awesome. The tech bridge now has an S+ variant too. It's also a thinner model, placeable on structures and tree platforms, and can connect to tree platforms as well, and only snaps onto itself. So it took us nearly 4 months to finally get a working tech bridge from vanilla, and now we have a better version of it. Will I ever use it? Time will tell. The Gacha Gavager and Crystal Cracker are essentially 2 items that automates gacha producing. So crystals can be picked up now and opened on their own and then transferred out at the same time. And the Gacha Scavenger will also make it so gachas that are close to each other will not be saddened anymore, so I can put more than 4 on that one platform. It's goddamn amazing. We can finally make our own drone terminal now, which can craft scouts and enforcers, so we don't have to go to that one on the other end of it. We can just make our own right in our base, which is really freaking cool. The S+ planetary shield stops meteors from impacting the entire Extinction map. I know it doesn't affect me very much because I live in a safe area, but this means that if I wanted to go live out somewhere in the wasteland, we could, and it requires at least 4 tech generators to power it. That is something we're gonna have to craft right away. The incinerator, diarrhea, and repair station are all very cool, but you can read it right there. The bigger things that they added, this is so monumentally huge, and I'll show you in-game why in a moment. But we have a tech stove, a tech forge, a tech cooking pot, a fridge, and a laboratory, as well as an item translocator and tech storage. Okay? Mainly look at the laboratory, fridge, cooking pot, forge, and stove. They are tech variants of 5 things that are already in the game. For example, the tech stove will instantly cook meat and instantly make jerky. The tech forge will instantly smelt items into ingots, wood into charcoal, organic polymer into polymer, and congealed gas into gas balls. You can craft element in its 3 different forms, so if we wanted to get probably a near equal amount of dust after defeating an element vein, and we have like 50 element, but we want to make a ton of enforcers, now we don't have to go over to the vanilla way and get only 200 dust per element, so that's insane. The tech fridge resets the spoil timer of items, which is huge for things like stews and other very just valuable items that you don't get a lot of, like for example, ammonite bile, that would never spoil, and I love it. You can also make iced water, whatever on earth that is. The tech cooking pot gets water like crop plots from taps, uses less water when crafting, and make a version of beer that doesn't use a water jar. Sure, why not? But the laboratory, one of my things I'm looking most forward to, combines the chemistry bench with the resource conversion from the grinder and can make fertilizer. The grinder is what can turn wood into thatch and thatch into whatever. It's insane. So the fact that we'll have a chemistry bench, it's like the ultimate workstation tool. And the item translocator can send items to a linked item translocator and can auto send as well. We have movable storage now. Not like the transfer gun where we have to click on it ourselves. This probably means that we'll be able to have a chest in our base and be able to transfer it down into the sunken forest with 1 click. That's insane. It's such a great update. But I have to show you why it's so good. Before I do that though, we also have the seamless crop plot. It's a square triangle, can toggle visibility of sides similar to glass and works with the model gun, so we might fancy up our greenhouse. And speaking of the greenhouse, tech glass wall, ceiling, and roof. Glass tech now. So we already have glass stuff, but now we have a tech variant of it. Adjustable transparency and gives the greenhouse effect. So we might fully tech up our greenhouse right there. And we also have a tech kitchen post, which is a cool little thing. We have a lot of updates as well too. Some of these are cool. Some of them we don't really care about. Some of the bigger ones include the fact that the S+ item collector now collects gacha crystals and snow owl pellets, which is so goddamn good. The extinction resources are now added to the pull list, so we can use that for tech generated storage. It's so cool. And if we go all the way up here, we also note that 3 days later, he put out a giant patch. Even though he said it would be the last one, I think he's still hot fixing, which is great. Might have been the last content update. Huge thing with any, I should say a bunch of problems with it. 3 days later, just came in and beasted through. And then 2 days later, even more updates. The same day, fixed another update. And just 4 days ago, fixed more updates. The tech forge and stove. This guy's been doing great. So I'm going to show you guys the biggest thing about the S+ that I'm so excited for. But once again, thank you very much for making this mod. We appreciate it. My viewers do. I do. Everybody I've played with does. Thank you for your service. And without being so dramatic. With the thank you for your shares. Thanks for making the mod, and whatever you go on to do next, which I believe you might be working on Atlas. I'm not sure if I heard something about that. Whatever you're doing, I hope you have a great time doing it, and all the more power to you. Welcome back to the beautiful world. We've done a lot. I think I already showed this off in the last episode, but yeah. I let this wander for a while with the gates open, and our Rexes have kind of populated the area, which is cool. I finally got some wandering tech dinos around, which is really sweet. I'm not doing any more Rex breeding. I think I mentioned it last time. I'm kind of tired of it already. But yeah, we got a lot of these going around, which is great. We don't have any more bad hostile spawns around, which is also very, very cool. But take a look at this, okay? With some of the S+ items, if we go into Engrams here, because one of the most important things, of course, is knowing when we unlock all these cool things. Well, if we go ahead and select Extinction, just to make sure we've got everything, scroll down to say, what level are we? 91, I believe? We're level 91. We just learned the unassembled mech. Take a look at this. Level 93, we got this circular thing. Level 95, we got this new thing here, this new thing here. Take a look. So planetary, level 100 is when we can learn the planetary shield, the thing that takes 4 tech generators to make, shields the whole area. It's real great. The crystal cracker is level 95, so that'll be something we don't have for a few more levels. The gotcha Gavager is at level 85, so we can already make this not that expensive, maybe more on the metal side of things, but it's one of those deals. Now, with things like, for example, the tech glass wall, we have to learn Engrams for that, and then we'll have it automatically. So the tech wall, once we learn that by defeating whatever boss we need, then we'll have the glass variants of it, so that's not any additional difficulty. However, I told you guys that I wanted to defeat this map, and by the way, I've got some pretty good news. I know that myself and everybody else in the server have been silent on the game for a while, but with S+ coming out with this new update, I talked to the guys, and even though they were taking a little bit of a break, Dacia, Jim, and Italian, they did say they were still down to hop on to help out with orbital supply drops, the red and purple ones we still need to defeat, the Titans, and any other bosses around any of the other ARK maps that we want to play. So they will be around. The server is not quiet yet. They've just already done a lot, and we're kind of just waiting on unleashing the hell. But take a look here. If we scroll down, all the way down to right about, I gotta time it right, level 100. You can see there's a few things here. For example, the Vivarium, the S+ Auto Crafter, and the Planetary Shield. But, yeah, there's something new. Level 135. Look at the shapes of all of these beauties. And these are the tech items. The tech storage, we look up here. No, sorry. We've already learned that. The tech chest, whatever it may be. That's right there. Or rather, the tech stove. That's what that is. Sorry, my brain's a little bit out. The tech stove. Things like that. All the new tech utilities, appliances, whatever you want to call them, are all unlocked at level 135. And you might be wondering how on earth we get to level 135. Well, that's through Ascension. And, kind of laughing at the idea of this, and the rest of everybody else in the server, when they found out about it, were laughing at it too. In order to get level 135, you need to ascend on both the island and aberration by defeating the alpha variants of both overlord bosses. So that means not only will we have to go back to aberration and vanilla defeats Alpha Rockwell, which already sounds difficult enough as it is, we would have to go over to the island and defeat the alpha variant of the Overseer. The little digital guy. I'll pop a little thing right up here. The thing that... let's just say it's so hard, and I'm not giving him a hard time because goddamn do I love him and I enjoy his content. He keeps me going on ARK every once in a while. I appreciate the man. Miola did a series trying to speedrun all of the ARK maps before Extinction came out, and the Alpha Overseer was so difficult that even with his numerous Dino buffs and stat boost buffs, he had to cheat to win the game. He made it public, and it was understandable because the thing was so hard. But I'm only calling him out because he's probably one of the more veterans of ARK that I know at a personal level, and one of the only people I know at that's tried defeating the Alpha Overseer. I don't exactly know if it's literally even possible with the server stuff that we have set up right now. I have no idea. But if we ever wanted to do that, if we ever wanted to unlock this tech stuff here, that's what we would have to do. And I'm only going to go out and say that after speaking specifically to Jim and Italian, I don't think Daisha weighed in on this. Jim and Italian both said, I have a mighty need for those things. So I don't know what that means for us. I know for Extinction in this series specifically, the number one thing that I want to do is tech up my base and defeat the Alpha King Titan. Beat this map specifically. And it's weird because we don't have to defeat the Alpha King Titan in order to get level 135. In fact, we can't do that as a substitute. It doesn't do anything for us. So we would have to only defeat the other two maps we've already done before. Although I've never defeated any alpha bosses from the island before, except on Ragnarok during 30 Days to Die. I technically defeated the dragon, but I digress. That was on single player settings. So yeah, just letting you guys know that we might be in for a long haul on this series, depending on how this goes. I don't want this goal to take away from Extinction itself, because more than anything, I want to defeat this map, get all the orbitals done, all the element veins, and defeat all the titans before we even consider taking on anything to get level 135. But it might be a proper epilogue to the series. So just letting you know about some idea pitches. And if you guys have any other ideas on how exactly we could do this, because the laboratory, level 130. I mean, look at this thing. It looks like a goddamn artifact. And in fact, I think one of these is an artifact. Where is it? This one right here. Yeah, the tech stove, I believe it is. The tech stove. Yeah, this one's an artifact. It's shaped like an artifact. So I love it. It's great. Yeah. That's where we're at. Let me know. Moving away from S+, do you guys remember that I used to have a mech here last episode? I think I'd show that off. Yeah, so, well, there was another portion of this video where I tried out the mech, which I'll throw in a couple of little segments here. Let's go over and try and kill one of these dudes. One of these Reaper Kings. Am I gonna be able to? No, I've got insufficient stamina to be able to do anything, apparently. Wait, insufficient stamina. What am I? Cocooned. Your movement is now decreased. No, never mind, we're fine. Alright. Taking some damage. This could change my mind here, maybe. Putting a couple swings into him. I still got my monkey on my back, I realize. 590, 590. What do these guys have? Like 13k XP? And you're telling me that Gigas are also supposed to be something that I'm working with here too. And my health, while just trying to fight one of these guys. Oh, my stamina's down again. Okay. Let's take a look here. Stamina is regaining. No, this is terrible. My stamina's just not regained. I am down to 10,000 HP. Still not killed it yet, by the way. I'll wait to talk until after I kill it. I don't care what level it is. A red would have multiple levels. And that wouldn't be an issue. Seems sword swinging, I don't lose that much stamina, but there are plenty of these guys in reds. There's wyverns. I don't know if Gigas come around or not, but finally did it. Level 50 Reaper King. Only a level 50. Yeesh. And I am down to 8,000. Pretty much half health from one Reaper King. That's not a winning combo. Well, yep. This is where I'm a little bit upset at ARK yet again. You had a few new dinosaurs with your new expansion pack, and, well, it doesn't matter that there's an XP bar here. They're not intended to level. So, that's kind of unfortunate. Pretty much the only way you get better stuff than the health and stamina that you already have with the 197 melee damage and 100% movement speed is if you find a better blueprint from an orbital supply drop. You have access inventory, ride, enable auto repair, whatever that means, and options for unclaiming, changing the name, and exporting it to ARK Park. So you can't set this guy to wander. You can't set him to do anything. Unless you're riding the guy, he won't do shit for you. So at a maximum of having 4 people on the server, we can only have 4 mechs being used at once. I can't make multiple and have them do things. Especially because I wanted this guy to walk around my area so we could have, like, the Tacharexes and the mechs just roaming around, being all giant and huge and awesome. But the guy doesn't even have wander ability, so that's useless too. I mean, I could put multiple of them down, but what's the point of having, like, a free open area if the dinos can't move? I don't know. I want to say success on this guy, but from default, I'm going to have to give him a big fat. So, the mech sucks. And, yeah, it's just not good. It's not a good thing. Unless you can get a better one, the only real reason you have them is either to combine 4 to try taking on the Alpha King Titan, which is not at our priority right now. Maybe use them to take on the Titans, but we would probably need a better one than the default we get right now because you get them in orbitals, and the default is pretty shit. Couldn't even take on a level 50 corrupted Reaper King, so I'm not gonna really hold it with much thought. But yeah, after updating the S+ mod the first time, my mech disappeared. So then I respawned in the second one that you guys saw in that video, and after updating the server again, it despawned a second time. So, every single mech that's ever been on the server is despawned because of an update, and ARK, I'm kind of getting a little pissed off from you, and S+, why didn't you make your own version of the mech, please? So as cool as those things are, I don't think I'll be using one for the foreseeable future. Also, check this out. One of my Tacharexes got a mutation, the dude's got an orange face. Tell me this does not look like something out of, like, this is Goku from Dragon Ball Z or some shit. It fits the bill perfectly. Come on. Anyway, hey, that's it for the updates. I just wanted to let you guys know where we are right now, because I know after taking such a considerable time away from the series, and one little more thing to note, you might be wondering what's going on with all these birds, or if you ever see anything over in the tribe log here, like all of this shit, and you're wondering what the hell this is, not this, but everything above, over my time of absence, a lot of my shit died, and I'm not gonna just lose my dinos that I worked very hard to keep because I was away from ARK because my hand hurt too much to play and gather resources. That is a very beautiful Rex. What on earth is that red? I love it. So I respawned in a lot of guys from a backup that we had. None of them are higher level. In fact, some of them are considerably lower level than they were. I just didn't want to lose my dinos, and Squishy also died, or Slushy also died as well too. So Slushy's back though. It's okay. He's died like maybe 7 times this whole series. Maybe like 4 to a Titan Boa, and now, yeah. So, just letting you know in case anything looks a little weird. I did game mode my birds back in, but here's me telling you about it so you can't get angry at me. Anyway, there's not much more to say other than, I'm back. We got a big, a game plan of what we're gonna be doing. The people on the server are still keen to play, which is great. And I think we've got some good resources because although these Rexes are very spread out far and few, I still have a lot that are in the cryo chambers that are doing perfectly fine. And they're still pretty strong. So we might go take these guys to defeat some bosses. But just letting you know, my hands are doing better. I can play for a longer period of time because I started working out and it's doing me wonders. So I do think that I could spend a couple hours on ARK per day to grind up and really get myself back into the series. I wanted to wait until I could actually play off camera before I started up ARK again. Because there's no point in playing ARK, getting an hour recording done, ending the episode, and then not playing until I record again. Because I can't grind. I have to grind to be able to do this series, especially at the point that we're at right now. So yeah, just letting you know, I'm back, we're back, we got a little corkscrew on ideas of how we're going to be doing things because of the S Plus stuff. We'll be diving into this for a good while. So I'll leave the patch notes down below if you guys want to take a look at it. But thank you so much for watching. I will see you tomorrow. Promise tomorrow with another episode of ARK. And yeah, not much more to say than that. Thank you for watching. Ciao!